still broke people and employed people.
which we don't have that. But my biggest thing is, you can't sell out to the corporations. You can't sell out to the banks. You got to stay on your post. So my biggest thing is a lot of people are getting frustrated because they're hearing about all this change, but they haven't seen the results that they want. And I think it's going to take time for us to get to that point. But still, at the same time, we have to realize where we came from and what progress we have made so far. But as far as
I will interject and say that for the poorer people with the lower paying jobs,
hmm
we haven't been getting as much withheld from our checks for the federal tax. So that part has come true.
yeah, that's a good point. And I will mention this other part of the speech. I really he's really starting to, slowly but surely, he's starting to fulfill some of the obligations he said he would fulfill, especially with the don't ask, don't tell policy in the military. I think a lot of the people that voted for him for that change, they're going to be happy with that.
But we are still waiting on that health care, though. He needs to get that straightened out.
Yes, and but my thing is the only concern I have with the health care is I don't want it to be a thing where they compromise so much that it becomes watered down and it's not even worth even implementing. And it just frustrates me because
I don't want doctors making empty prescriptions to people that say they're sick,
mhm,
think they're sick, get pills, and then don't use them for the right purposes. I just
mhm,
see people doing that all the time. I got friends of mine that'll go to the doctor and like, oh, I got a toothache. Oh, it hurts so bad.
they'll
And they'll
leave.
get like a big
Yeah,
old thing of Vicodin, and then their toothache goes
but
away.
which
And then they're not
that
going to
leads
take
to
the
another
pills.
topic. Well, we're gonna get into this in the future. A lot of prescription drugs are being on the street. That's the new drug today, especially with these younger people. Because my friend Brittany Ivy, she has the inside scoop with a lot of younger people. She works with younger people, and they have told her about what's going on in the street with these people. That's the new drug for today. Like a lot of younger people are taking these drugs and they're selling them on the street.
People think that Benadryl and that Claritin will get you high, and it don't even cost that much.
Yeah. But my thing is like just getting back to what we were saying is like pretty much the healthcare is the biggest thing right now. I think that is something that we really need to look at. We really need to focus, and we need to stay on these people about this because I mean the stories that we're hearing from people. This is a very important topic. So I really hope that this bill doesn't become watered down, and I hope that he doesn't buckle into the right the right side.
I want to interject on that one because doctors are making over $100,000 a year. They got a right to choose their patients. And what if you got somebody poor coming in that's really sick, and you got somebody rich that ain't that sick? They're gonna take that rich person's money, and that poor person is gonna be suffering, even though that doctor doesn't even know the difference.
But what do you think
But
about?
that's not the president's fault or anything like
But
that. I'm
what
just
do you
saying
think
with the
about the
health care,
pre-existing conditions? People would. I mean,
people gotta be honest about that, because you got to do a boatload of tests on somebody to find their pre-existing conditions. But if you're honest about it, then you'll know from just the word of mouth.
well, my concern's not with the doctors and the people. That's not my concern because they're already well off. My concern is because with UCLW, we are focusing more on the left side and the more uh, liberal side. So that's what my concern is. My concern is not with them. So we got to really focus on what the majority of the people, which are in the middle class or the lower middle class, we have to focus on what's best for them.